Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, into the action we go today on this Thursday, September 11th, 2014. Markets are trading just slightly lower across the board, so really just a very minor move here. And again, markets are trading almost back to the flat line, as you can see on the SPY. Now, the S&P 500 is down 2 points, Dow's down 35, NASDAQ is down 15, so we do have a little bit of red across the screen, but again, it's very, very minor at this stage of the game, so very minor price action here. There are some individual stocks making moves, which I want to talk about, but again, markets coming off their lows, fighting back, buy the dip mentality still inbred in this market. And again, what I said to members yesterday and what I'll reiterate today is that my perception of this market is that it's not going to sell hard until after next week or towards the end of next week. You might say, well, how come? What's so important about next week? Well, next Tuesday, Wednesday, we have the Federal Reserve meeting. I can't see the markets really collapsing sharply prior to that meeting. In addition, I think a day or two later, Thursday or Friday next week, Alibaba IPOs. So they debut that Alibaba stock. And again, usually you see the markets kind of do their thing and hover up and, rarely sell off prior to a big IPO like that. Also prior to a substantial news event like the Federal Reserve. Okay, so again, spiders, please direct your attention to this upsloping trend line. Connect the low from yesterday to the low of the first candle today. It cuts right through here and here, so that's your support line. Resistance is obviously this pivot area here, this pivot here, connected to the highs, connected to today's highs right there with the 200 moving average. Markets again catching a nice little bid here, moving closer and closer to the flat line. Is it possible for this market to close flat to positive? Absolutely it is, and that is definitely a chance of it. Interesting little reversals on a couple stocks today that I think are good buys. Chevron is number one. Chevron actually is consolidating here for a potential move up on the intraday, but look at the daily. The daily's actually been hugely crushed, and again, look at this. So down here, you have the down-sloping trend line piercing the 200. I actually think Chevron's due for a multi-day bounce. And one interesting thing is that you actually have a beautiful reversal here. Absolutely fantastic reversal on the USO. And the USO was lower, gapping down this morning, and then reversed beautifully. So I think, again, oil has bottomed in the short term. Oil hit my ultimate target here in the short term, which is this area right here. Look at the low of the day today. This is the line I've given members for quite some time here, and I continue to believe this is a huge, huge level. And again, off of that, look for oil to kind of go sideways and then a little bit higher in the short term, and Chevron, Exxon, and the oil plays should be in play for further upside. So again, expect those to move higher, guys. And again, oil stocks, oil services, they should get a little bit of a bounce here over the next few days. And I think there's been a lot of negative sentiment on oil, and I think that's overly done now, and you're going to start to see a move in the opposite direction back to the upside. All right, a couple other things to go over here. Number one, let's go over silver. I think silver is also putting in a bottom, and again, if I zoom out on silver here, it's hard to see, but there's a pivot low here going back to July 2013, actually probably June 2013. We kissed it right here in May, April-ish, right here, and then we actually just pierced it here. I don't think this will be a low that holds for very long on silver, but you're getting a little bit of a potential doji, and I think it is going to bounce off of this for a little while. When I say little while, what do I mean? Well, I mean probably, a week to 2 weeks of neutral sideways bounce upside. So I think there is a trade here to the upside. I also think gold is putting in a short-term bottom as well. And it kind of coincides with, and again, look at the gold chart hitting key support here. Really nice support on gold. Beautiful level right in here. But again, this coincides to me with the dollar most likely topping out. And if you look at the dollar today, it is flat to negative today, but look at the extended move it's had. So if the dollar were to pull back, and where's the dollar going to pull back? Take a look at this, guys. See this upsloping trend line here? You're going to pull back right here. See the 20 MA? That's going to be your pullback target, and that actually should give these plays such as oil, silver, gold, a little bit of potential upside And we should see that, guys. All right, so just wanted to pass that along to you. I do think that is of interest and something you want to pay attention to in the coming days and weeks. And there is some potential plays there. Now, if you want the actual trades I'm taking, just sign up for the Research Center, guys. That's all you have to do. Sign up for the Research Center, take the 7-day free trial. I give you my exact entries, time-stamped, everything right there for you. Okay, so again, I encourage you to take that and use it to your advantage. That's why it's there. And again, there's a lot of potential success that you can have if you get involved with us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Look at our track record. I mean, enough said right there with our track record. Okay, so that's what we have going on there, guys. And again, just kind of scanning through here. GoPro's been all over the map today. That's another one I wanted to mention. Looks like this is in a reversal stage. So again, we're watching to see if it is able to do a little reversal here. But again, GoPro off the highs. It's actually bouncing off the lows too. So it's kind of in the middle ground here. But right now, anyways, if we go to the 10-minute chart, you can see you're actually trading up here into potential resistance. And again, really big rollover on GoPro. I'm curious to see where this thing closes today. It's obviously getting a little bit of a buyback to the upside. But again, just something we'll have to pay attention to here in the short term and see if it holds or how it plays out. Okay? All right, what else do we have here on the charts? Let's take a look at Apple. Apple is trading lower today. Apple's been all over the map. And again, just an absolutely wild trade here. But Apple, again, is gaining a little steam here in the afternoon. Still down 78 cents. But look at this. If I zoom out on this chart on Apple, look at this. I mean, look at the craziness. It's now settling in. I actually think this might be a little bit of a bullish consolidation pattern. If you think about this bounce back here, and then if you kind of connect these levels here, you can kind of see choppy sideways inside action off of this reversal. So I actually would not, I would not be surprised if Apple is getting ready to make a move up. So watch that very closely. And again, when I say move up, I mean over the next few days into early next week. And remember, Fed next week. So don't expect the markets to pull back, in my opinion. Really what you're expecting more than anything is a potential. Wow, look at the markets here, high of the day. Awesome move here on the spiders. But again, what you're really looking for at this stage of the game is markets to float neutral to higher. And then once we get into the next little range here, that's where you're going to see... that is where you're going to see the market turn down, in my opinion, probably late next week or the early portion of the following week after the Alibaba IPO. All right, guys, enough said. I'm going to get going here. Have a great afternoon, great evening. Talk to you guys soon. As always, thanks for being members, and I will, again, look forward to seeing you here with us as members here at InTheMoneyStocks.com.